And action.
Go!
Uh-huh.
Hello. We are live. Our first night of going live early.
Yay!
So we're here. And it's November the 17th. Oh! It's Jennifer's birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to Jennifer. Hope everything's going well with her. She's the one who chose our magical mouth theme this month.
That's exciting.
Cornucopias and turkeys. Which reminds me of something I wanted to tell them when we get some people here. All about turkeys.
Gobble, gobble, gobble,
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
gobble, 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 gobble.
You're a turkey.
That's rude.
Sorry. I wasn't saying it to be rude. ShiAnne is tired.
I'm so tired.
And I had a little mini nap. That hopefully is enough.
I laid down and tried not to take a nap. Because I knew if I took a nap, I would not wake up for this.
Yeah. Anyway, we're wondering how everything is going for you. I just got notice from my aunt that my dad has given the permission for my brother to be buried with my sister. And so now we're picking the date for that. He was cremated, so that's part of the reason why we haven't been in a big hurry. But the reality is that it would have been a closed casket anyway. So there's that. Hopefully the death certificates arrive to me in a day or two so that we can start doing some of the paperwork that needs to happen to clear up accounts and things like that.
Oh my gosh, I'm so annoyed. I don't want to yawn anymore. Yawning is very annoying. Because every time I try to open my mouth to say anything or even just agree with you, it's like, yawn.
I've been working on editing book pages, and we're in the process of getting t-shirts and mugs and things like that up. And I went to do our first one and found out that I'm going to have to edit that video again, or that image again to get it ready for that. So now I'm working on that, as well as editing all of the images for our Christmas journals, which are not Christmas themed. They are presents for different people in our family that will be journals for the kids in the family, but also available for sale.
That reminds me what I have to do tomorrow.
What do you have to do tomorrow?
That one page was damaged. I have to trace the design that was on it. And then ink it. And I have to scan that and the other one that I did. And then I need to draw something for Brandon.
Brandon might not be here tonight. Probably won't, huh?
It really depends on how things are going. I don't think he's seen my message.
Anyway, not really 100% sure if anybody will see that we're on at this time.
Oh yeah, his phone died. Oh. And he doesn't have a charger with him.
Yeah, so he won't be able to make it tonight.
He'll probably watch the replay.
We'll miss you, Brandon. I'm tired too. So I am very excited to announce that for my cardigan I've been knitting on, I am
so
working
close.
on the band that comes, like, starts at one corner, goes up around all the way the neck and down to the other. And I've got probably a third of that done. I'm doing a seed stitch.
Oh, what?
A seed stitch. Makes it look all bumpy.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, instead of, like, when you're doing a ribbing, you do pearls and knits and you stack them in line so they make the little stripy things. But the seed stitch means that on every knit you put a pearl, and then the next row you put a knit, so it kind of switches back and forth and makes a little bump.
I figured that's how it worked.
Yeah.
I know a little about knitting.
Oh, you use 2 sticks.
What?
Like drumming. It's like drumming. You use 2 sticks.
No, I didn't know that.
Don't you use 2 sticks for drumming?
No.
How do you drum?
With 3 sticks.
How do you do that?
With my foot.
That's a pedal, not a stick.
No, it's a stick. The pedal hits the stick, and the stick hits the drum. At least that's how it looks on our drum set to me.
That's how it is, but it's a pedal and 2 sticks.
That's 3 sticks.
And knitting takes 2 sticks.
Sometimes the
You're
third.
doing cables, and then you get to add a third.
Or unless you drop a stick, then
Then I have to use my crochet hook and
yeah. You go fishing.
I go fishing.
Where's the stitches?
Where's the drop stitch? Here, fishy, 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 fishy.
It's a good thing I'm the fun kind of tired.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell y'all, even though y'all are not here, that the theme for this month's Magical Mal is cornucopias and turkeys.
Go.
And today, ShiAnne and I went on a little ride up in the canyon. And we were driving around, and I said, "Are those turkeys?"
I was looking at her and I was saying something, and she suddenly says, "Are those turkeys?" in a very alarmed voice. And I was like, because I thought there are 2 possible outcomes to this. One, it's just live turkeys, and she's shocked and excited to see turkeys. And the other is the turkeys are dead and on the side of the road. And then I had to evaluate her voice in my mind to know if I wanted to look over or not. And then when I determined that she was indeed excited and not mortified, then I looked.
And there were 4 or 5 turkeys on the side of the road.
Yeah, there were a few.
And I was surprised.
They weren't very
to
big.
see them. They were about the size I expect turkeys to be, actually.
They're not the size I've seen turkeys be. Because they're also camps. I've seen turkeys before, and they've been bigger.
Huh.
Mostly in the Waits Ranch. But I've seen them a couple other times too.
The only other times I've seen live turkeys was when we went down Manti Way, and Manti has some turkey farms down there and stuff.
Although to be fair, I was in a car this time, and before I was on my feet.
Yeah, I think that they were normal sized turkeys. But we saw those, and then like 10 feet later, there was a pumpkin on the side of the road.
Earlier we passed a biker, and he had a very orange helmet. And I said, "Oh, I thought he was wearing a pumpkin mask," because I genuinely thought he had. I've been tired all day.
That was like just before we saw the turkeys, like not too long before.
Yeah. And then he's like, "There's your pumpkin."
Yeah.
That's why that
was kind of funny. Because the pumpkin, I was like, that was Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Here's some turkeys and a pumpkin. And a guy wearing a pumpkin hat. That wasn't really a pumpkin hat.
No, it was just a helmet for the bike.
but bright orange so people could see him.
Yo, we definitely saw him.
It was fun. It's the first time we've driven up the canyon since last May. And it was just ShiAnne and me because we were out. And so we decided to do that.
My hair keeps tickling my face.
That just doesn't look like it's going to help.
It looked so cute earlier, and then I laid down, and now it looks funny.
It looks fine. So the other thing is I did actually make a Magical Mail project.
Oh, yeah, it's super cute.
So I'll have to show that to y'all later. Not today, because that's from a Magical Mail.
I've seen it because it's in my house.
It's so cute.
And I was looking, and I was like, what is Kat wearing? And then she said that she made it. And she made it in like a day.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. It was even
It was in the duration of while I was asleep.
It was even in crochet.
Mm-hmm.
Now I need to big time focus. I have got to get pajamas cut out this week. I have to.
Yeah.
So I picked which pattern sizes to make a couple out of. And I figure if I get those cut out, and then I can kind of measure them against other people to know if I have to pick different sizes, and hopefully I can get all of the patterns pieces cut out this week. Or at least before Thanksgiving. That's my goal. Is all the pattern pieces cut out before Thanksgiving, then I can sew them. And even though I don't love using my machine, I'm probably going to have to do a machine. Plus, I still have the 4 kids in the family that don't have Christmas presents yet. And at least 2, if not 3 of my nephews need Christmas presents made. And then that leaves also books that I have to work on. Like, I have a lot. There's a lot going on right now. So much. Plus, I'm trying to clean out my house. I'm trying to declutter the Christmas stuff. In order to get to it, needs to get cleaned out. The space in front of that closet, and there's a lot going on. And I'm trying very hard to realize I don't have to be in overwhelm. I just have to be in what's the thing to do right now. I hope I finished this before Sunday. I would love to wear it at church this week.
Do you know what would be so neat?
What would be so neat?
If you finished it, like, while we're on the live.
That would be neat. I don't imagine what would happen, but hopefully I get really closer. Really closer. Is that even English?
Yes, it's English. I just don't know if it's proper right now because I'm basically asleep.
So I got an email from the Ancient Language School.
Huh?
$895 if you wanted to take a semester of Old English.
Actually, that's not as much as I expected it to be.
No. I mean, it's like an official college class, but that's still way out of budget.
Isn't it like one of the nice schools too?
I don't know. It's online. But it's got the guy that wrote
Os
Volteras. I don't know if he's still the professor, but he's at least one of the professors at that school. Could also take Latin or Greek.
I would love to take a bunch of old languages.
I think there's one other language that they offer.
If I were ever zapped back in time and I knew Italian, Latin, French, and Old English, I would be pretty set.
Yeah. Okay,
Hi, Linda.
Is that Linda? I was like, I can't read the gray. I can read she said, hi, Michele and ShiAnne. So, hi, Linda. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing and what are you working on tonight?
I feel like now would be a really good time to have glasses.
I have glasses on top of my head.
I don't.
They kind of help right now. My eyes are tired, and so then
Mine
they kind
too.
of help.
It's going like this.
Mine's not doing that. Mine's just very blurry.
My vision's doing that in general. That's why I keep looking around. It's kind of... it doesn't make me dizzy if I keep looking in different places, because then it like tricks me into thinking that it's just because I'm looking everywhere and not because my eyes are wigging out.
You just put your hair in my eye. What does it say?
I don't know.
Pop in quick to say hi and leave a thumbs up. We'll be off and on. Well, I hope you're having a good time. Hopefully this new time works for people once they start figuring out that this is what time we're coming. Because we needed a change for our own lifestyle.
I do know that this is going to help me flip my sleeping schedule back to normal people's sleeping schedule.
And we do a thing at 6 o'clock in the morning, our time. Every morning. And so it's definitely catching up with us. And because of my one son, there are so many nights I can't go to bed at a decent... seriously, if I didn't have to pick him up from work, we would all be going to bed very early around here.
I had to communicate with a friend that 9 o'clock is my bedtime, because I wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning every morning.
But she really struggled with that.
Yeah, and she wanted to come over tomorrow at 5 before her thing that she's going to, because she wanted to actually come over afterwards. But I was like, I don't really want to schedule a time where you're rushing off to somewhere else.
Working on thread snowflakes and candy canes today.
Yay!
Very nice.
I like candy canes.
Yeah. She's the one that made us those ornaments.
Have you ever had a Jolly Rancher candy cane?
I don't know if I've ever eaten them, because I've never been a huge fan of candy canes.
I've had Jolly Rancher candy canes.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty okay.
Are they?
And for a fruity flavored candy cane. I like Jolly Rancher in general, even though it's basically pure sugar.
I bet you I would not even be able to find a candy cane I could eat.
Unless we make our own.
I don't know if it's possible to make them without corn syrup.
If you can make hard candies...
I don't know if that's possible without corn syrup.
It is!
Is it?
Yeah.
How?
I don't remember. But I did research, and I would probably remember tomorrow. I don't even remember yesterday. What was yesterday?
Sunday. I went to church. What did we do after church?
I tried to get my hip to stop hurting. That's all I remember. And I was acting like this, so I went to bed. I try not to stay awake once I hit. I can't communicate or think.
Yeah.
And actually, when I hit this state, I usually don't remember anything that happens, which means I probably won't remember like a good portion of today.
Aww.
I'll remember probably
up to eat.
I'll remember that. I'll remember probably up to the turkey and some bits afterwards that were super significant. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
And I'm not forgetting that, especially the bit coming home where my ears were like, ah. That I will remember. That exhausted me. I think that's a good portion of why I'm this loopy. Just because that was like super, super overstimulating, and overstimulation makes me tired.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
We made our second donation trip since we've had a vehicle.
Mm-hmm. This is the first one that I did with her.
Yeah. Hopefully it will be such that I will be able to say very soon that the car is officially mine and in my name. That's the hope and prayer. In fact, if you want to say prayers for us, we'd very much appreciate that. That everything goes smoothly and that I get the car put in my name this week. Yes, we do like prayers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited for the end of this month. I have friends coming from California to see me for my birthday.
I wish that my other friend from California was also coming. But not for your birthday, just because I want to see her. She doesn't know it's your birthday.
For my birthday?
She doesn't even know you. Although she would be down for it. There's a reason we're friends.
Come to Utah for my birthday. Everybody should come to Utah for my birthday. Let's crowd out Utah.
No.
They can come to Utah for my birthday and we'll leave.
Okay. But wait, nobody would be there to open the hotels and the restaurants. So, no.
We'll be fine. We'll take some food with us.
But where will we sleep? We don't have anywhere to sleep.
We don't know. We'll figure it out.
Plus, if everyone went to Utah for your birthday, then
okay,
Andrea,
everyone
Mike,
except for our friends. All our friends will meet us somewhere else.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's playing the guitar very loud.
It's not very loud.
Everything's loud.
You're very loud.
The fact that I can hear it right now with my sinuses all stuffy says it's loud.
It's not that loud. It is loud enough to hear through closed doors, but it's not that loud.
It's loud enough to hear through the floor.
Hey, she gets to play without you yelling at her.
Hey, me!
Yesterday, I was taking a nap.
I was trying to sleep.
Yelled at her for playing the guitar very loud, and it woke me up. Her guitar playing did not wake me up. You yelling at her woke me up.
Yeah, well, every time I started to finally fall asleep, which would not have taken me very long if it hadn't been for her playing guitar, she would strum really loudly for a few minutes, and it was always the same chord progression, same words. And then she would stop for just long enough for me to start falling asleep. And then she would do it again, over and over until I snapped. Because I just got really sick of it.
Yeah.
I was the kind of tired where I was like, once I fell asleep, I'm not waking up. But I couldn't fall asleep because she was loud.
Well, my sleep time was over because you yelled at her. Oh, wrong end.
I apologize for ruining your sleep. It's okay.
Don't know what woke me up today, but that was okay because I think I was kind of on half awake because I was like, we're doing it live today. I gotta be awake.
I'm surprised I managed to stay awake.
Do you know what's not happening right now, guys? My son's not making dinner like he's supposed to. And do you think anybody out there is like, hey, make sure he gets up? No, they like half-heartedly go tell him to wake up. And then in 2 hours, they're going to be like hungry and he's still going to be asleep.
Yep.
But I just can't do anything.
I'm probably just going to end up going to bed after the live. Maybe eat something real quick, like What's real quick? Toast? I don't want toast.
You got s'mores granola bars.
Ew.
Somebody requested them.
They're so sweet. No.
There's honey bunches of oats or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I had that earlier though.
And I bought oat bread for you.
I guess I could do garlic toast. I need to stand up or I'll fall asleep.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
I just popped like a Rice Krispie treat.
Oh my goodness, there's a fly in here. Why is there a fly in November in Utah?
I don't know. I thought that was weird too.
So confusing. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen because...
You have doTERRA in your room.
I was going to do something. Oh yeah, I know what I was going to do.
I thought all our essential oils were downstairs in the drawers.
No. Somewhere in here. Actually, quite a few are in here because all 3 of those boxes have some oils in them.
Do you have any more of the one that I used for my...
I doubt it, but I don't know, and I don't really care right now.
Okay.
But I don't know because... I was sending a text to Amy to tell her to get Zach up to make dinner. We'll see what happens. I'm a lot of stress right now because we really need to do the service for my brother during the week to save money, but because apparently if I want to have my oldest child down here for it, then it's going to have to be during the week because my daughter-in-law has to be to work on Monday, but they could leave like Thursday. So I don't know what's going to happen. Well, she got my text to her knocking. She's knocking on the door.
Sounds really weird for me.
Boy just don't wake up, and he was supposed to start dinner 2 hours ago.
Once upon a time, people said that we wouldn't wake up like that. Like, I was a really deep sleeper, but I don't think I ever was that deep of a sleeper.
You had your time when you were super struggling, that's for sure.
I think that was mostly when I had a concussion.
Possibly. I don't remember.
After I recovered a bit, I started being a really light sleeper. I was a heavy sleeper as a kid. I slept through some storms that woke up everybody else but me. But I'm a light sleeper now. Pretty much everything wakes me up unless I'm just absolutely exhausted like I am right now.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. What? I've told you about the turkeys. I'm really excited to finish this sweater. I have so many projects I want to do right now, and deciding what to do next is really hard. I have a really pretty blue yarn that I've been wanting to use. Then I got this yarn and found this yarn in my stash. Decided I wanted to make a cardigan because ShiAnne can't really hug me when I'm wearing acrylic cardigans.
Oh, it was so hard in church.
That's part of why I want to get this done, is so I can wear this to church.
Every time I
instead.
had to get your attention, I was like, That's why I would bump you with my arm, because I was wearing long sleeves.
The fact that you were wearing long sleeves is part of the reason why I felt okay wearing that.
Except I also wanted to go like this. I was struggling.
I'm sorry. Trying to get my cardigan done.
Those seats were like super uncomfortable yesterday. They're usually not that uncomfortable. I usually find the seats actually really comfortable. This seat, however. But it's only in here that it's uncomfortable. In the kitchen, it's fine.
That's weird. Why is it uncomfortable in here?
I have no clue. But because I sit differently in it?
Maybe. How do you sit in the kitchen?
I don't know. I've never paid attention, but I might sit crisscross. I tend to do that.
Crisscross applesauce. I used to sit on my feet.
I used to as well, but then I started injuring my ankles and stuff.
Yeah,
I still do when I don't have injuries, but I've had injuries recently. Which are basically gone now. I know that my ankle's fine. My toe that I stubbed really, really hard. I was worried I dislocated or something. I didn't dislocate, I'm pretty positive. The bruise, which was really nasty, went away overnight. Poof. Gone.
Poof. Poof. There it is. Gone. There it isn't. How's your palm drink?
It's really good. It is palm antioxidant super tea, pomegranate elderberry boost tea, 12 fluid ounce. I drank like half of it.
I don't know how the whole country is doing with the whatever's happening in the world. I honestly have no clue what's happening in the world.
I don't think the world knows what's happening in the world.
Well, I have been off of social media for a few weeks now.
I haven't been on TikTok in a while.
And most of the reason why I knew what was happening in the country was Facebook. And so I'm kind of clueless about what's happening in the country. And
I don't think I want to know.
Yeah. I do know that somehow we ended up with getting some food stamps this month.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a huge relief.
That is very good.
I just really wasn't even paying that close attention, but every once in a while I would do a balance check, and I was like, oh, I got some food stamps. Okay. But I don't know. This month I was feeling okay about it. I kept hearing the Lord say, it's going to be okay. I'm taking care of you. It's going to be okay. And for the first time in my life, I was actually believing it. And it is turning out to be okay.
I was both surprised and not surprised that we got food stamps.
We still get to be careful with our spending. We
do that anyway, though.
Figure out how to make bread. Even buying a bag of organic wheat costs like $9. And I don't know how many loaves of bread you can make out of it, but quite a bit.
Did you empty out your earring container?
I don't know. And 3 loaves of bread cost $9. So I know that we can save a lot of money if we can find a decent bread recipe and make loaves of bread instead of...
Decent is up for debate.
The problem is that
we got picky people.
The ones with milk in taste absolutely nasty to me. And
those were the only ones I didn't like.
The ones without milk in it taste too much like rolls to one of my kids.
Does that child know what bread tastes like without preservatives and crap in it? Clearly not.
So anyway, we're
My
trying
favorite-
to find recipes.
My favorite, not for like sandwich making or anything, but it was when we made one that was like the baking soda biscuit type deal. I don't know if that's actually what they are, but it's like the biscuits and gravy kind of. I think we made it with yogurt.
Oh, the yogurt bread stuff?
Yeah. That was pretty good. Actually, I kind of want to make some now. Not like right now. I don't think I could knead dough right now. I couldn't even open my own bottle by myself.
The one that had yogurt in it is not a kneading one.
Oh, no?
But I don't think I liked it.
You didn't. I did. And I don't think we have enough yogurt for it, though. I wonder what would happen if we used flavored yogurt.
Well, I was wondering what would happen if we used coconut yogurt.
That's a good question, too.
So lots of questions and experimenting. But we haven't been doing anything because the last time I tried kneading bread, I broke out in hives. And so
I don't remember what it was that was keeping me from doing it. I know what it was recently. We had some news, and then I got sick. And then I was injured, and I was on crutches.
It's crazy. It hasn't even been a full month.
I thought it had been like a week, to be honest.
It feels like forever ago. November's been going at a nice, steady pace.
Steady.
Yeah. However, people need to go down and clean stuff out so I can get my Christmas decorations out so that we can be ready to decorate for Thanksgiving or just after Thanksgiving. But before Andrea gets here. Which means, oh, man. That's a problem. The kids will be gone.
What do you mean?
They go up to your dad's.
And you need help decorating?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, snap. Yeah, that's a problem.
You can only do some of the stuff, not all of it.
Yeah, because I'm allergic to the tree.
Except for we're not planning to keep that tree.
No, we're not planning to keep it, but you wanted to use it this year.
Maybe. I haven't decided. Still looking at that possibility.
Although everything down there is super dusty, and I'm allergic to that, too.
Yeah, they need to bring them out before they go up for Thanksgiving, and then we'll have to
figure out what I can do to help.
Yeah, so basically they need to bring them out this week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
What? It's only been a half an hour.
It's hard. It's hard when, like, the time change of changing the time of it, I'm pretty darn positive that we're at the same time as somebody else who everybody goes to, and then they came to ours afterwards. So we have a bunch of people not coming to our lives because they're probably on somebody else's. People aren't used to us being at a new time. And I don't really actually know what to talk about today.
Gobble, 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 gobble.
We already talked about the turkeys.
Talk about turkeys some more.
What are people doing for Thanksgiving? Apparently, we leave that in the replay. Are you planning to go up to your dad's at all on Thanksgiving?
I
haven't actually even heard what your dad's doing, if they're going to be up that way or if they're going to be picking kids up and going to St. George.
It really depends on what they're doing. I've heard that they sometimes do just their little pod.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
they do with the Lewises. Sometimes they do with the Barts. I know that the Barts are coming and they're having their fall thing.
This Saturday.
That's this weekend?
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Did I ever get a time for it?
I don't know. I think Zach has the day off. So I don't know how you guys are going to handle that because you don't want to spend the night up there.
Absolutely not. But Dad said he would make sure that I got home. And I will be making sure that he does that.
I personally don't even care if we have turkey this year since I don't have the kids on Thanksgiving. And
as long as I get pie,
yeah,
I'm fine with it.
You can make pies.
And mashed potatoes.
But also,
basically, the turkey never mattered to me. It was all the side dishes. That's what made Thanksgiving to me. Dessert and side dishes.
I don't want to do Thanksgiving.
Well, I didn't necessarily mean with you.
I don't even think people realize that. Like, everybody's got all these ideas about how things are supposed to be, and they don't even consider what somebody's life circumstances are. Like, what it's like to be the person who's left home alone because everybody, like,
hi Janice,
is gone. Like, kids go up to their dads every other year for Christmas.
It's so hard to know what to do when they're gone.
But, like, I don't have anybody to plan for Thanksgiving for, so either we have Thanksgiving on another day or we don't do it. And I don't want to do it.
That's fair.
And I have a lot of reasons why I don't want to do it. I was looking forward to trying to come up with something for this year.
Yeah, I know.
But my reason for it decided not to stick around on Earth, so I have no reason to do Thanksgiving.
That was a fun way to put it.
Anyway, hi Janice, welcome. We are doing our live earlier, and this is going to be our new time because we are trying to get some more sleep, and my reason for doing later has not actually existed for a while. Amy did apply for a job today. She had an interview today, so hopefully she can get a job, and she wants to get another guitar, and
it would be a very convenient job location-wise.
Like literally almost next door. So what are you working on tonight, Janice? Also, I'm a little, besides Zach not starting to make dinner, a little frustrated about the whole Thanksgiving thing. Still trying to figure out what we're doing about my brother's burial and all that kind of crazy. And getting the car put in my name and all the craziness of right now, as well as the Christmas crazies. Also, the church is doing their annual, let's gather up all everybody's
food they don't want.
Half of them are expired canned goods. And
after all this time, how people still have expired foods to give us, I don't understand.
And I get the stress of it because I'm always on the list and I'm like, I don't freaking want your food. I don't want to be on charity.
We have too many allergies for most of the food anyway. So I'm so excited for you getting to babysit your grandson.
What?
That sounds super fun.
How old is your grandson?
We're going to get a bunch of cans of corn. I said that earlier.
We already have a bunch of cans of corn.
Yeah,
Can't even eat corn.
I use it though. Not
Mm.
super often because in order to make that meal I need the chips. And I
But
can't.
you're also corn.
Yeah. I can't think of another option for that. Because the idea of eating that with a spoon, nasty to me.
I got a couch for my apartment and he's 3.
That's
a fun age. And is it a nice couch? My nephew just had a birthday. Did he just turn 3 or just turn 4?
I think he turned 4, but I'm not positive. Honestly, because I've not heard about him much, I forget that he exists.
I don't forget he exists. You never have forgotten he exists.
Well, I've only heard him mentioned a couple times in my life. Until recently.
Yeah. It's been mentioned a lot lately.
Yeah, a little bit.
Anyway. Nightbot. We should call you Daybot and see what happens. Now I'm going to do it.
Do it.
Whoops. What did
That's
I do?
not what you meant to do.
Let's see what
Just did that.
What is guessing? What the hey? How did I do that? I made us little. That was funny.
Oh, Michele and ShiAnne live fantastical. What, you want a duel now?
At night, bot. Yes.
I do.
Stick
Daybot.
up.
Daybot.
Daybot.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're gonna catch these needles.
It would be funny if that's what he says.
Stay out of my way and we won't have any problems.
Whatever, Daybot. I'm so in your way.
It should not be as entertaining as it is.
You are tired.
What did you say?
You heard me, Daybot. do 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 do.
Stay out of my way and we won't have any problems. Repetitive much?
We should say that. Okay. At night, but repetitive much. Daybot.
You gonna catch these needles?
No, I was waiting for that one. My needles are sharper.
My hair's much more high.
Okay.
You're gonna catch these needles. Hook them up.
Well, that was 2 rows.
You did it! Go you.
That is not 3 inches yet.
We had a sass battle with Nightbot.
And we won, even though
Always.
he thinks that he did.
We always won.
Yeah. Oh. He's gonna be so pretty. And you can touch it. It's bamboo made from... It's rayon from bamboo is what it is. So it's technically not bamboo, it's rayon. But
you're gonna catch these needles.
it works.
Good luck. I caught them.
How rude.
You almost poked me in the face.
You poked me in the eye with your hair.
That is so different than a needle.
Don't that do my eye that doesn't feel good.
Had you poked me in the eye, it would have been worse.
That's true. I wouldn't have done that.
We've been on for 50 minutes.
50.
50.
50.
50. And something seconds. Oh, it's almost 5-1.
People's turkey projects coming. Actually, I have quite a few cornucopias and some turkeys. I got some cute projects coming. It's so much fun. I love checking my email and seeing that somebody sent me pictures.
I hate checking my email.
Yeah, but that's because you're not getting the magical mallet pictures.
I don't know that I would like checking my email anyway. I would like receiving the things. I would much prefer to get them by text.
I don't like getting them by text because that makes it harder to put in the slideshow.
You could have
higher quality email.
We could have a business Facebook, and they could send them there.
Ew, no. I don't know. I'm kind of disenchanted with Facebook, and half the people are too. So the other half of the people love it. So, or at least they go to the groups and stuff.
I liked Facebook for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, there's not many of your generation on Facebook. And if they are, it's only because they make accounts. Like Kalani has an account.
Yeah, I know. He followed me.
Just for the sake of, in order to log into certain apps and stuff. Like his VR and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
VR is comes.
He followed me on Instagram too. I never liked Instagram personally. I could never figure out how it worked.
A lot of people, especially creative people, love Instagram.
I could never figure out how it worked. I could figure out how TikTok worked, although it did take a minute. But at least there was entertaining content without having to go through effort to find it. Then again, this was back before the Reels were a big thing.
I was going to say, there's Instagram's probably more up your alley now than it would have been.
I don't know that social media has really ever been up my alley at all.
Anyway. I never know what to talk about. I was going
That's
to talk
an interesting
about
brief, Mom.
Thanksgiving. Because Thanksgiving. Well, did you know that in Canada they already had Thanksgiving?
Mm-hmm.
Last month.
Mm-hmm. I follow some Canadian people on YouTube. I don't watch them super often, but that's because I forget that I can watch things on YouTube.
That makes me wonder, do they have Thanksgiving in like Australia? Any kind of Thanksgiving? Inquiring minds want to know.
And the trembling has started to turn into pain in my nerves.
And then I want to know, what are people's Thanksgiving plans this year? Do you have Thanksgiving plans?
I plan to go to the morning call.
That will be a great way to start the day.
Mm-hmm. That's all I got planned so far. I really do need to sit with that. But that mostly requires me asking them what their plans are, to know if I want to be involved. And the truth of the matter is there will probably be very little that I would be willing to eat there if I did go. If it's with the Lewis side of the family. If it's with the Barts and they go to St. George, I would actually be open to going to St. George. Dad's not as obnoxious when we're in St. George. Although he loves to hike constantly. But since I've been injured recently, he can't even try to convince me to go. Because I have too valid of an argument why not to. Although he'd probably try to use the argument it would strengthen my ankles. But in the past, I have injured my ankles trying to strengthen them that way. And then there's the whole stirring the pudding incident that happened there.
Speaking of pudding, I want to make pudding. And I mean full on with the egg yolks and everything.
I don't know why I passed out when I was stirring the pudding. At least I think that was passing out. I didn't really feel like passing out, and there was no warning signs at all. I just blacked out, and suddenly I was on the floor.
I hear Amy singing.
Yep, that's what I was just thinking.
We need to come up with a song to sing at the graveside service thing. Maybe we'll just sing God Be With You till we meet again.
No.
I don't know what to sing. He wasn't even actively practicing any religions.
We could play like an AC/DC or Queen song.
I was hoping
Honestly,
that
you think that would be
somebody
hilarious.
would write him a song, but no.
Do you know what would have cracked him up? If of all of the songs in the world we played, it's Highway to Hell, he would think that's hilarious. Even though he's not going to hell. I'm pretty positive about that. But it would be funny, and he would have thought it was hilarious. Although your family would not. I would think it's hilarious.
You can say put a banana in your ear.
Part of me wants to go buy a fake banana and bury it with him.
I have a knitted banana.
Well, that's different than burying it with him. Are we going to bury that with him?
I don't know what I'm going to do with that banana. I made it for him.
I know. He would go out with a joke, that's for sure. Buried in his humor. It's just getting worse.
Yeah, let's not and pretend we didn't.
What?
I'm frustrated right now. I don't know what to talk about, and your rambling is kind of stressing me out a little bit.
I can't help it. The filter dies when I'm like this.
How long have we been on for?
50 something. I think it's an 8 or a 9.
Ooh.
But I can't tell from here and I don't want to lean forward.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Pumpkin pie.
What's your second favorite Thanksgiving food?
We're talking like the actual Thanksgiving feast.
Yes.
Depending on who makes it, either mashed potatoes or stuffing. No, wait, I'm wrong. Rolls. Rolls have always been my favorite, but we don't always do it here. But the Lewises always have rolls.
When we
It's
do
one of the
Thanksgiving
things they
dinner,
make well.
when we make Thanksgiving dinner here, we make rolls.
We didn't growing up, I don't think.
I don't even remember making them.
Potato
Potato
stuffing.
What is potato stuffing, or is that potatoes and stuffing? Like, intrigued now. Inquiring minds want to know.
I also liked, this isn't part of the feast, this is leftovers. We would make the turkey sandwiches with the cranberry sauce and mayo and salt and eat them.
That was definitely something your grandma did.
Yeah, I thought it was disgusting until I actually tried it. And I was like, actually, okay. And then I liked it.
Hiram always liked cranberries on his stuff.
I always liked cranberry sauce. And now I realize why I didn't. Now that I've tried a cranberry without anything else, I just tried the cranberry. And then I made the cranberry sauce for myself. And personally, I think I put too much sugar in, and I put the least amount of sugar it said on the recipe.
We also used. You also used an orange juice that.
It
says that it's pure orange juice, but like there's no way. No, it's mashed potatoes mixed in with bread cubes, celery, onions, and savory. That sounds fascinating.
We definitely would not put the celery in there. Yeah, that's one of my problems with a lot of stuffing.
Yeah.
I'm allergic.
Apparently, it's a family trait, being allergic to stuffing. I mean, to celery.
Yes. Well, I mean, most people's stuffing has celery in it, so it's not wrong. We use stovetop most of the time, I think.
That's what my mom always did. So you must be getting ready for that, salivating and everything.
The other Thanksgiving leftovers thing I liked was Grandma Lewis's turkey rolls.
Which are basically cinnamon rolls, but instead of cinnamon sugar, she put like turkey and
whatever leftovers there were.
Leftovers. So probably some stuffing, mashed potatoes.
She often put celery in it. I always picked it out, and they got mad at me for it. They got mad at me for picking out anything from anything. They got mad at me for not eating things. They got mad at me for not finishing when they gave me a plate for an adult when I was like 7. I had a difficult relationship with food for a minute there. I think the only reason I didn't have like a horrible thing was because you were like, it's okay to be picky. That's fine. I'm picky.
I have a theory about pickiness, and I actually saw somebody, I think it was do a TED Talk on it, the different reasons why somebody is picky. Sometimes it's allergies that people don't know about until they're older, which I have a lot of, it turns out.
Me too.
And sometimes it's texture issues, people with texture problems.
Me too.
Super tasters.
Me too.
And emotional trauma around food.
Me too.
And then I don't know if this is the same one. I think I'm missing one. But one of them is that when they had a specific kind of texture or something as a baby or a particular food, they had a reaction in their body to it, whether it was like choking on it or whether it was
gagging,
like, or even just like inflammation and stuff that the baby was aware of, because the baby's more in tune with their body, but the adults weren't around, and so they kind of associated death with certain foods. I can't remember. I think there must be one more, because that would fall into trauma with food. I don't know.
I remember there being one more when you were telling me about it, but I don't remember what it is.
I remember what the other one is. But I've always been of the mindset there's a reason why kids don't like foods, and instead of just getting mad at them, do some research, figure out what it is that they're having issues with.
I mean, if they paid attention to the things that I didn't like, they would have realized that I really had issues with cow products. And I shouldn't be eating things with ginger in them.
If we would have paid attention when I was a kid, I think the fact that I was a super taster and had issues with texture would have showed up very early. And those are still some of the problems that I have. If anything has strong tastes. But then also there's a lot of allergies, like that I don't even know how to explain to you how stone fruits taste to me.
Foul.
That doesn't even begin to explain how they taste.
Putrid.
That's closer.
I used that word earlier.
And then, yeah, almost like most of everything I can think of that I had a hard time eating growing up, I've turned out to either be allergic to it or I had severe texture issues with it. Some things were more of a flavor thing, mixed with textures, like pickles and onions. But I think I'm actually allergic to onions too, so.
They are part of that thing. What's the word? I don't remember. With garlic.
Allium family?
Yeah, that.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
Hour and 7 minutes.
Woohoo. I know we're not going to stay on for the whole 2 hours.
Nope. I am getting a super bad headache now. It kind of started just before the live. And it's gotten to the point where it's like, now I really can't think.
Well, I'm going to go and finish the end of my row.
Works for me, bro. I'm gonna finish my TV. It's a really nice color.
So, Janice, do you like pie? And if so, what's your favorite kind of pie?
That is always an interesting question. I wonder what a red currant pie would taste like.
Red currants. You're welcome.
But apple pie doesn't taste like apples.
It tastes like mushy apples.
Pumpkin pie doesn't actually taste like pumpkin.
It tastes like sugary pumpkin. I don't even know what red currants taste like, so I wouldn't be able to know.
I found out that I really like them because Julia was given a bunch of them and she let us taste them. I always thought they were bird food because I was told they were bird food and that you couldn't eat them, but apparently that person was wrong.
Who told you that?
I don't remember.
Wouldn't have been me, because I wouldn't have known.
Yep.
And I would have Googled it.
That depends on when in my life it was.
I would have Googled it. I can't think about any time in your life that I wouldn't have eventually Googled it. Maybe not on my phone, because I would have had to go to the computer. But that would have been an interesting enough one that I'd been like, oh, let's go find out.
That's fair. Although it probably would have taken a little more effort to figure out than it would now.
Maybe.
Now you can just snap a picture and look it up.
Isn't today weird?
Right? Anyway, she was given a bunch of them and let us try them. And I became obsessed. And she was given red currant jam. And it was the first jam I'd ever had that I actually enjoyed. And didn't just tolerate because I had to have something to go on my sandwich when people were making PB&Js and I refused peanut butter. Otherwise, I'd just end up with bread, and that's weird. I am not Hiram.
Yeah, Hiram will eat just bread. Or he'll eat bread with sauce on it.
Yeah, sauce sandwiches, we call them. Nasty. Ugh.
I like pumpkin pie. I like chocolate pies. I like banana cream pies.
I like pumpkin pie.
I like apple crisps.
I like lemon pie.
Those can be good.
If people don't put actual bananas in the banana cream, I can eat a banana cream.
The one nice thing about making pie for you at home, or making pie at home for the family,
you can make a little section.
That we do make a little section, or like a separate little pie. So basically, she just has a vanilla pudding pie.
Yeah, pretty much.
And because it's homemade pudding, it's extra yummy.
Oh, last time we made pie, those pies were epic. Now I really, really want one of those pies.
I know, it's time to get ready to make pie.
I want to make
for my birthday
a pumpkin pie with a graham cracker crust.
That would be really fun to try.
I've been wanting to do that for years.
I do not want to make the crustless pies again. That was just weird.
That did not turn out well.
It did not turn out well. I would rather waste the crust and not eat it, but at least have the pie turn out normal.
Yeah. So but I want to try it with a graham cracker crust, which is actually really easy to make on your own and not have to buy it in the store. You only need a couple ingredients.
The biggest challenge is finding decent graham crackers
that you can use. Yeah. But it would be more challenging to find a pre-made one.
That's true. Oh, I cannot believe it.
I've been wanting to try it since I was a kid, and I found out there was graham cracker crust, and that was an option. I've been trying to convince people to do it.
Maybe it doesn't mix as well because of the way the pie filling is.
Then why do other pie fillings work?
Because the stuff isn't quite as liquid. Well, usually people use graham cracker crust for
once they
a pudding pie.
I guess it's true. We could find a way. I just want to find a crust that goes with the pie that I'll actually eat the majority of.
There was a pie crust recipe that I was curious to try. So when I was looking for some things, I found somebody that she couldn't do dairy or like she basically could hardly eat anything.
Poor thing.
And I don't even remember who it is because I was going to try to follow her and then the algorithms got all screwed up and then I lost track of her. So I don't even remember which YouTube subscribe or which channel it was.
Oh.
I'd like to find her again and get some of her recipes. I think
the YouTube algorithm has heard you and will answer you.
Maybe. I know that I had to go in and delete some history because it was showing me RV stuff because I was curious about one thing about RVs. And then it was like, RV this, RV that. And I'm like, I actually don't even like RVs. I don't want an RV. So go away. And I had to go clear out all the RV references from my settings, from my history. Because from what I can see, RVs versus buses, RVs look flimsy. So if I'm going to watch travel homes, I want something that looks sturdy, and to me a bust looks sturdy. So that's
You don't
what
want
I
to be
prefer
nervous
watch.
while you're watching something while you're knitting.
That's true. That would be bad. Then I'd put like memories and stuff in my knitting.
I'm very careful about what I do while I'm drawing things.
All right.
Because every time I draw something, even if it's years past, I still remember what I was watching when I draw it.
It's
Drew
really
it.
funny to put this on with the knitting needle in the.
You should keep it like that.
I think it looks cool with the like all bunched up, but like, no, the knitting needle is awkward, and I need the knitting needle to knit other things.
And then put a different cord in it.
I don't wanna.
But it's pink, it will go with it.
It would be cute, but I don't wanna. Anywho, it's so close. It's so close. I even wove in all of the ends. Did I weave in all of them or all but one? And then these ones. I might have gotten that one because I think it was getting in the way, and so I just took a second to put it in.
Makes sense.
So the only ends I have to weave in
are the ones
is the ones like this one here that started this band, which I could take and weave in soon if I wanted to, and then that will just leave one end. So I even got my ends ready so that because I kept I kept catching on ends, and I was like, this is annoying. So but I'm excited. It's almost done. It's almost done. And my little ball of yarn is getting small, but I don't even think I'm going to have to get into the stuff that Deb sent me to finish this because I've got, hold this. Never mind, don't hold this. Okay, there's this much in here. And if I need more, then those two little balls of yarn, I have this that came off of something that I need to wind up, and I would have this to use too. So I don't think I'll even need to pull out any of those that I got, and then I can save all of that yarn to make a sweater that's like actually a sweater, not just a cardigan, because that'd be fun and pretty to wear. I do think that if I do a sweater in this, like I like the fabric of this, it's very drapey, and but it's also pretty thin. So I think whenever I do make a another sweater with this kind of yarn, I'm going to go down a needle size or two to make it like a tighter fabric. Just slightly fabric. I still want it to be kind of drapey, but it's bamboo stuff, so it will be drapey anyway. Anywho, that was that. I did 3 or 4 rows while waiting. Did not finish it tonight. I still hope to finish it this week. But also I have to make Christmas presents. I need to figure out what to make for Amy. I need to figure out what to make for Kolani.
Not an avocado.
And I need to figure out what to make for Zach. Zach's going to be the hardest. Because he doesn't actually really want anything.
You could give him $5.
I don't want to give him $5. I want to find a way to make him something he would like.
If you knitted dollar bills, you could give him $5.
That would be fun. Anyway, so thanks for coming for a minute. I know Linda was in and out tonight, and Janice has been in and out playing with her grandson. And
I've been in and out of lucidness. Mostly
Cheyenne's
out.
been in and out. And considering
I'm more lucid in my dreams than I have been tonight.
Considering how she's acting tonight, the fact that we're on here at a minute or an hour and 20 minutes, we lasted that long, is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
I'm tired. And I end these ones feeling so stressed. Because
the ones where we don't talk to anyone?
Or where we don't really even seem to be talking about. I feel bored. I feel bored with myself. So
I was pretty amused. We sassed Nightbot.
That was fun.
I've been thinking about it since it happened.
I think that's one of my biggest fears about things is just being boring. I don't want to be boring. Anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing week. We will be on next week at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And hopefully we'll have some subject things to talk about.
We'll brainstorm when I am conscious.
Yeah. Anyway, have a great night and all that stuff.
Mwah.